So, we are the Iron Songs Among Stars. We are Prussian Space Dolphins. We are aquatic, which means we have anglers as well. We took anglers as well, which gives us boosts to our kind of agricultural districts, actually generate fishies and commodities, which is very, very useful. Shriku, or Shraiku, thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to the stream. Space, indeed. Dolphins in space, or rather fishy people. So we're not really dolphins, are we? But we are in fact Lycians in this game. And thank you very much for the follow. So yes, where are we? We are in fact the Iron Songs Among Stars. The downside of the aquatic start is it means it is incredibly beneficial to us to colonize aquatic planets or oceanic planets, but we struggle on other worlds, so we're kind of almost bound to a single world until we get terraforming, really. But what a world! It is a size 30 ocean paradise, which is very nice indeed. Now, the bigger thing and the bigger issue we have going on here is our neighbours. We are currently in a relatively good defensive pact here with our neighbour to the south, who are the Lavis Coalition. They are a totalitarian regime. They are militarist and fanatic xenophile. That actually aligns relatively nicely with what we are, which is why we're in a defensive pact with them. They actually, a little while back, had a bit of an incident here, which is, I think, what happened here, if I remember rightly at the end of the stream, is a native or a little primitive world actually uplifted itself and is now their vassal. So they have got a little vassal going on there. The more critical things to note are actually our two brown and greenish neighbours. So to the south, we have the murder peacocks. A ravenous hive, a devouring swarm of murder peacocks. We hunger, soon we will feed. So, this is a problem for us. You know, because Devouring Swarm, they're not going to like us. They are going to kind of try and deal with us. The good news is they have Gaia World preference, so they're not going to spread to a lot of planets. But unsurprisingly, they do not like us. And they will not like us, and they will try and murder us, or rather devour us, at the earliest opportunity. Now, that's tough, because you don't really want to start next to a Devouring Swarm. It can cause you problems of being devoured. But wait! Lurking up here, to our north, we have the murderous dildos of the Blood Court, the Miravandia Decimators. They are fanatical purifiers. So they also do not particularly like us. We did manage to box them in slightly, but that will not last for long, as they are absolutely going to try and murder us. The other thing to remember is that, you know, they're not going to like us a lot. So the issue we've got is we are now going to be inevitably faced with that thing that you should never have to face in any kind of military conflict. Which is, we're going to end up with a two-front war. There is no way on earth that when one of these declares on us, the other one doesn't instant declare on us as well. Like, the good news is they're not going to team up, but they will separately declare. So what we may have to do here is we're going to need to desperately try and cling on and get big as fast as possible, or at least in fleet terms and starbase terms get big as fast as possible, so that we can hopefully hold one border while we push on a different border. Which means I am tempted to take Unyielding as our next unlock, because we had taken Discovery, which was the right decision at the time. So if we have a look at our society management, we are 22 months off of finishing Discovery. We kind of need to think about whether we go for Supremacy or whether we go for Unyielding Defender. Supremacy would allow us to rapidly boost our fleets. Unyielding Defender would allow us to rapidly boost our star bases, and I'm genuinely 50-50 on which one we do. On the bright side, when they whittle you down, they'll fight each other. Yeah, I mean, the galaxy's probably in a better place because, yeah, once they get through us, they'll murder each other. But I'd rather they didn't get through us. So I think what's going to happen here is we're either going to have the shortest run ever, in which case that's fine, we'll just start a new run, or this will turn out to be a really good fun run. But it's certainly going to be an interesting watch early on, I think. Shoe Event Horizon, thank you very much for the follow, and excellent, excellent Douglas Adams reference in the name. So, anyway, we did manage to block them in. It's not impossible that we might not get a defensive pact with these guys. They're a trade league. They're peaceful. They're mercantile. They kind of similar to us. They will broadly kind of go with us. The main thing we've got here is we should be able to get a non-aggression pact. It's going to be harder to get a defensive pact, but I do think we could get to that. So I think what we might do is try and get some favours off of them. I mean, if we guarantee their that's going to increase their trust of us straight away. If we wanted to go non-ag, we'd need 30, which means we'd need 7 favours. Let's see how much what they need to give us 7 favours. The resources we can really afford to trade are energy, food, and consumer goods, probably. So let's see what an impact. Okay, that has a decent impact, so it's probably worth us. If we can get... Yeah, we can get this with energy credits as well. It's probably actually worth us just doing that. Because credits we can spend on getting more alloys. Good evening, Subtle Knife. Welcome to the stream. So let's do that, because if we can get a non-ag, we can start working on a Def Pact, which would be good. In the meantime, we do need to start rapidly boosting this fleet. The stronger it looks, the better. Let's give it an Admiral. Ship weapon range will do as a starter. Don't forget, as this is Stellaris, you can name Admirals. You can spend your channel points. You can request to be named an Admiral, or a Scientist, or a Governor, and we will look to honour that as much as we can. Now, at the same time, we've got some nice lot of ships building here, so we are building into our fleet, which is good. We are going to need a lot more. We do have influence, and I think one thing we might want to think about is whether we can... We need to look at our choke points, and we don't have choke points around here, which is seriously problematic. Because I'm guessing we can't build a starbase there. I can't remember if that's actually all now at race, but I don't think it will be. But the issue we've got here is there is no single choke point that we can cut them off at. We could theoretically whack one down at Tadasca. So we could whack something down at Tadasca. Right, Amagus and Tadasca are really the cut-off points, because there's no point putting anything around here, because they'll just occupy it. Amagus, if we can hold Amagus, we're good. I mean, theoretically, if we could dive a fleet between these two, we might have a chance. But what we probably need to do is decide whether we're going unyielding or supremacy. I mean, maybe we fleet up as quickly as we can fleet up. I'm open to ideas in chat, but I think we fleet up as fast as we can fleet up. I think that is actually our priority. And I think we just go anchorages. I think if we can get to about 50 ships fast, we might hold them. I don't think you are, because this is a new run, so I don't think you are already an admiral. The good news is we do have a second planet down. We actually went, even though it's an arid, it was an arid that we could kind of go, well, we can sort of inhabit that. And what we actually did was we grabbed some of these chaps from the Lavis to colonize it, because we just realized we desperately needed a second world round if we were going to even vaguely try and compete in this. I'm assuming it's the Admiral you want, so let's rename the Admiral. And then we will unpause. There you go. It seems a useful name for an Admiral anyway. So I think we want to be going Anchorage. Give me some crew quarters here. Oh, actually, do we... How far are we at? Yeah, we're going to need crew quarters. We're going to have to keep the ships up in this area. It's probably actually better if we focus on upgrading that first. So let's wait for the 200 and then upgrade that. I'd quite like them to not use the ideology cores against us. Now let's see if we can get away with 6 here, but I doubt we can.
Ledger of situations amended.
Come on guys, you know you want to. They went for it. Yeah, so there's still 94 for defensive, but at least we know we're not going to get attacked from that direction now. Are they useful? No, they're Necroids. We don't want them anywhere near our worlds.
They wish to speak with us.
That science ship isn't doing anything. I am going to go down there and just survey that on the off chance we can get it. Do we want to grab that system? I mean, it's got 1 alloy in it, but we'll get it off them in a war anyway. I do wonder if they border up there. Mind you, if we grab that, they can't take these. And I don't think they are already building there. No, they are. They're already building there, so I think they're going to beat us. Because we're only just getting there. So you go do that. Let's send you down there on the off chance we can get through there. Yeah, let me know if you want the Stellaris volume up. It might just be because it's been a while since I did this. Let me jump this up so your levels might be off a bit. There you go. We have an embassy we will absolutely agree to. Give me an first contact. That sounds good. So Silence of Dunes doesn't have anything on it currently. This is going to be our mining district world. So once we get enough mining bits for it, we want to get that going. Ah, actually they're in that system, not that system. I wonder if they're going for the jump to get there. Because they want the planets. I mean, is it worth grabbing? It denies them resources, but I mean, it's not massively going to hint. I suppose it stops them building a starbase there. No, we're going to delay, because the longer we give them a tiny bit of building room, the longer it is before they attack us. I think we stick to the plan of going down here. Although you can get there quicker. So actually, you're better off going there, building some mining stations. Build me a mining station there. Careless pouring! According to a report from the crew of the WSS Ruler of the Evening Star, their mission was a failure. Science Officer Collect Stukin allegedly took manual control of the probe sent to retrieve a sample from the cluster, resulting in a collision between drone and mineral cluster that, while mild, resulted in the mineral cluster breaking apart completely. The crew is careful to note that the experience has left Science Officer Kilizutskin somewhat shaken, and a mineral shard should still be of some value. Yeah, let's take the anomaly research speed, because then we can just make that person our kind of our anomaly researcher. Nice thing is that's a ton of minerals. So the problem is we can't get any info on that race, which is really annoying. Although we might, if we exchange communications with these gents, that would do it. Do you want to give us communications? So we might get round there. It's not impossible. What we do need to do is work out. So you want to do it on. That's our anomaly ship now. So you might as well carry on just doing anomalies. Anomalies. You can get alloys. And give me a district. Let's get Tadasca upgraded. Let's move the fleet to Amagus. Like, if we could get Synok, we'd be laughing, because we could build that up as into a healthy bastion and just try and hold them off.
We grow ever stronger.
Yeah, that they jumped because they wanted the planets. So wouldn't really have achieved as much as getting that anyway. I did wonder.
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead. They wish to speak with us.
No, we don't need one with you. How are we working on here? Minus 23, we could get them. So if we improve relations, I wonder if we go research agreement, as it's probably useful. Let's go commercial pact. Let's see what that knocks that down to. Most of the asteroid had been laser chiseled with great precision into the likeness of a small Lithian temple, or large shrine. A shrine to the Untold, the great destroyer deity of old Lycian faiths. The temple has been tumbling through the quiet of space for far longer than we have been capable of spaceflight, which is disturbing at best, terrifying at worst. Naturally, Science Officer Killet Zukin urges us to search for more stellar objects that match like the characteristics of this space temple, and has uploaded a list of likely candidates in nearby systems.
There is new information.
Let's see what we can
in the
find.
situation log.
We might mark that one, because... Okay, cool, we can get to them all, which is nice. And not always the case. So, science ship got evicted, that's fine.
Space charts updated.
I mean, if we can get that, that is technically a bottle. Well, that's not, because I could just go round. We need that one, but I don't think we're going to get that system. But we will push for it and try. I mean, you really shouldn't be doing that. Because you're going to take bloody ages to do that. So go survey that system and we'll see if we can grab it. You need to get a shipyard, because then we can move our shipyard away from command.
There is new information in the situation log.
Minus 21 on that. So to get that we would need 5 favours. We currently, how many favours do we still have with them? We have 1 favour left with them, so we would need 4 favours. What about food? I'm guessing no. They would take food. Okay, take food.
We grow ever stronger. There is new information in the situation log.
This will be close, I think. Now, I think that defensive pact puts us in a reasonably, well, a better position now. The issue is almost going to be if they declare on someone who isn't us.
We grow ever stronger.
What we really need is these chaps to pick up a defensive alliance as well, because then we've got a nice little hug box going.
We grow ever stronger.
Now that is actually an ocean world, and even though it's tiny, and we might want to push for it. They're getting all the relevant deals, so that's good. If this AI is smart, it'll realise it desperately needs a defensive deal with them as well. Yes! Okay, we're triple hug boxed. Right, I think we go fleet next then. We go big on fleet.
Space charts updated.
And you can start investigating things. Right, we might actually survive this start now. Maybe. It's not guaranteed, but maybe. going to come down. If we get this system, we're laughing. And the fact that they're sending in survey ships makes me think we will. We have evaluated Grand Admiral Marshakan as a candidate for joining the Bruggen host. Sadly, we must inform you that membership requires a rudimentary brain.
What have we here?
Harsh. Oh, this is going to be close.
There is new information in the situation log.
I think we're going to get there first. We did. Right, let's get the... So we want you to do that, and then to do that. No, there's two of you in that system. You can research that. Goes to that first. We are going to need some admin relatively quickly. We do want another one of them. We will give the wreckage back as influence is nice.
They wish to speak with us.
So, Vohel has a shipyard. Don't think we need more than one shipyard at the moment. So let's go anchorage, and you get crew quarters.
We grow ever stronger.
Because we are at starbase capacity now.
Project done. Not so special now.
Science Officer Gashama has reported back with the WSS Protector and Judd's finding at the Percipient's Shrine. They recognized early on that the text in some logographical script is inlaid in the walls, heavily distorted by the layers of translucent lacquer. Initial attempts at unscrambling the text, relying on the raw processing power of the Protector and Judge's computers to reconstruct the text from plain images, proved fruitless, as it was simply too distorted to place in any known lingual family tree. Science Officer Gashama was about to call the mission a failure when, looking up as they irritably paced along the edges of the circular space, they realized that discrete lines of cohesive text were momentarily forming before their eyes, melting away only to be replaced by new lines. Not long after, they had the ceiling, walls and floor imaged in a spiral pattern. Text from other shrines should help us piece it all together. Fascinating. Do we want to get... The cause of the solar radiation resonance observed around the corona of Golovia turned out to be an unusual crystal formation capable of enduring the heat. Nice. We can get 90% on blue lasers. Or we can get a 50-year boost to Unity. And a permanent bonus of +4. Always take that. Always going to take the permanent bonus over a temporary bonus. It just maths is out in the long run. Unless you're in like endgame or something. Right, so shipyard, it's getting an anchorage and a crew quarters.
Research complete.
Anchorage, anchorage.
We grow ever stronger. A special project is finished.
Give me afterburners.
System has been charted. We grow ever stronger.
That is a good call. Technically they can jump to Pennec, can't they? Let's get Panic locked in. Well spotted. I hadn't actually spotted that. Because they've got that system there, so they can jump. Because once we do that, we've got this whole arm to ourselves. Now what we want to do is push down this way to get that locked in. So that's not a great planet, but we could, for example, turn it into, say, a research hub. We did indeed discover life on Vate 5, but by our actions it has since been eradicated. The microbial creatures which lived in the outer edges of the gas giant's atmosphere reacted poorly to our deep scans. These frequencies caused each creature's cellular structure to resonate, an effect that then cascaded and spread from gasmite to gasmite. Each was rendered inert soon after. We are now in orbit over the largest graveyard in the universe. Right, we are going to restore that.
Not so special now, was it?
Deciphering the pictograms in the benefactress shrine was a much smoother process than anticipated. All linguists involved describe the language quickly connecting or clicking in their minds despite its age and complexity. The complete doctrine of the gods, for that is what the recovered texts have been regarded as, dwarfing the fairy tale scraps upon which the old Lycian religion were founded, is as shocking, revelatory as it is revolutionary. With only a little bit of creative interpretation, it's clear that the people of Whisper of Home were meant for greater things, guided by the strong hand of a religious leader. So, do we want to gain some influence, get a ton of money, get a bit of research, bit of unity and go spiritualist? I don't think we want to go spiritualist, so I am inclined, normally I'd go for influence, but we're actually doing alright on influence, so I think we might monetize this and just take the cash. But you go build that, because money means more shit. Command, we need to get a survey ship back there actually and do stuff. Why? Oh, we haven't got a holo theatres on there. We need to get some holo theatres on there. You've got our anomaly researcher, 35%. I think we might send you after the X.
We grow ever stronger.
You've got anomaly research speed, so you can get on that.
They wish to speak with us.
Get those mining stations built. We can learn more than they can. Yeah, we will take that just because the tech boosts early on are really useful. Right, I'm leaning towards us taking Supremacy next. Because I think we're going to want to go on the offensive against these
They wish to speak with us.
fanatics. I think we build up Selnok. Because we could push for their Gaia planet. But the thing is, we don't know what's going on over here. You don't need a shipyard anymore or crew quarters. I think what we're probably going to do is flip you to a trade hub, and then when we get off-world trading, we'll put it there.
We grow ever stronger.
Higher fleet power factor into when their enemies attack. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking. I think bigger fleets against these two is going to be more useful early on.
They wish to speak with us.
In real terms, I don't think it necessarily would allow us to beat them. On the plus side, they may well be bottled in. Like right now, they have a smaller fleet than us. I just don't think that's going to last. A closer scan of the debris field around Zjobit has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It has a frequency uncertainty so low that it will be another 879 million years before it gains a single second, and it is counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what this date signifies, or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of the time. Let's keep an eye on it. You've got anomaly boosting as well, so build that. Go and have a look at that. You've built that. Get some of that going on.
We grow ever stronger.
I mean, we're already over our empire sprawl, which is a problem. So let's get admin offices down. We're going to need another district. Like, hopefully we've confined them to 2 planets. Or 3, because it's... yeah, there's a bunch more in that system. It's going to be a problem. I'd ideally like to not have to deal with them until after the galactic market. Because then we can flog them all as slaves.
We grow ever stronger.
And steal their ring world.
They wish to speak with us.
We need to get someone surveying down here. Like, those 2 planets are out of bounds until we can get rid of the automated dreadnought, which is not going to be anytime soon. I actually think in the mid-term, if we survive, we eat our defensive partner down here.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Gain some nanomechanics research. Give me some hollow theatres.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, you don't have anomaly research. So let's send you to start looking around here. See, that's the artisans, which is not the worst thing in the world to push for. So this could be worse. The big risk was an insta-declare. And they can't insta-declare now. Right, as we've got a bit of breathing room, I think we are going to take technological ascendancy. I think we build a new fleet. Which will also have them. So we do have an admiral slot. Feel free to cash it in if someone wants to cash in an admiral slot. Can either be named after yourself, or you can propose a thematically appropriate name.
We grow ever stronger. They wish to speak with us.
Right, afterburners is nice. Let's boost our early research.
We grow ever stronger.
So now we've got crew quarters there. We don't need it here. Yeah, so we haven't built it there. That's fine then. Scorbut, you got there first. Would you like to be an admiral, a governor, or a scientist? Take your pick. So we have Admiral Cobbert,
They wish to speak with us.
ship weapon range. And scientist. Let's see what we've got lurking in our tech research. You can be the person who's maniacal with a research speed boost.
The fleet has been refitted.
Or would you rather be an explorer? It's up to you. The alternative is you can be an explorer. So you can either be Gashama or you can be the maniacal scientist. Up to you.
Space Shores update.
Maniacal's a good word.
Ships ready for action.
Maniacal scientist it is. There we go. Get the mining stations down. More mining stations are better. Like, I don't want to throw out any more ships yet,
Speak with us.
but we'll just start stashing alloys for them. Although we could... Let's go anchorages there. I'd like to get to 2 corvette fleets of 30 as quickly as possible. I think we will take Supremacy next. Silence of Dunes is going to need Halo Theatres sooner rather than later.
There is new information.
Found a derelict Yut colony ship.
They wish to speak.
Good evening, I love Poland. Welcome to the stream. Or welcome back to the stream, I should say. So, I think we lock in Inuis, but we hold off pushing any further down this route until we know if there's anything useful down there. I'm more likely to push that way.
Has been charted.
No one's going to open gateways for a while yet, so we're fine on that. Right, we'll build as our fleet capacity increases. We'll essentially try and pace our fleet's capacity.
Technology secured. There is new information in the situation log.
Off-world trading, please.
We grow ever stronger.
Give me ceramo metal armor. Because that 11-13 with 12 trade power is really nice. Like, ideally what we do is get a starbase there. I know it's only a size 12, but we could... So we could colonize that, and because we've got the Ocean Paradise Star, we can boost its size later on. Yeah, the TAE system is delayed. Well, it's got a size 5 object in an improbable orbit, so it might add something, but I think it's unlikely. Research. Research. We should probably find a scientist who's decent at excavation. What do we need next here?
Speak with us.
Some more corvettes. Could really have done with getting the Cybrex this time.
We grow ever stronger.
But we didn't. I can't remember what the yurt gets you. Does the yurt get you anything useful? Can anyone remember? 5 energy is nice. But 11 and 13 with a 4 en route is better.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
I mean, yeah, you can always do it with a Cybrex.
Cannot fight this foe. Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Right, that's 683, so good news is we're going to have to deal with that.
Not so special now, was it?
Desert world. I mean, we're not overly blessed with planets, so stuff we can terraform is useful. These are still useful people. So I got the research anomaly boost. Otherwise, I'd be tempted to replace them. You got anomaly discovery chance, so you should be doing the surveys. Yurta's colony bonus pop or something. Ugh. What's the point? So they can't progress any further until we've knocked that out, so you might as well go deal with them. Now we could send both fleets down to deal with that.
We grow ever stronger.
How do you feel about that, my Admiralty? Do you feel up to the task? Do you feel like you can face down the unknown enemy?
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, I meant to say, by the way, if anyone's got any interesting VR game recommendations, do let me know, because I did pick up, what do you call it, an Oculus Rift 2 or whatever it is for Christmas, which I'm really enjoying Beat Saber on. I'm really tempted to, which I'll probably do next weekend, to download Skyrim VR onto this PC. Absolutely max it out and then do the Skyrim VR via link cable. This is definitely not a ceremonial position. I'm going to go for energy production because you can never have too much energy production. I think what we probably want to do is put some... They've got afterburners, that's good.
A system has been charted.
Don't understand this game. It is essentially a 4X space sim. So we are building our race. There are other races in the galaxy. It's not so much kind of conquer the galaxy, although some people try and play it that way. It's essentially survive. There will be other crises and things that kick in on the way. We have some very nasty neighbours. It's kind of carve out your role in the galaxy and survive, and there are lots of things you can do kind of on the route to doing that, which are quite fun. Let's get you researching that anomaly. As with all Paradox games, what it does have is it does have a brutal learning curve to it. Actually, that's not fair. Crusader Kings 3 is pretty good on its learning curve. Crusader Kings 3 is not bad on a learning curve level. Right, it's mining drones, that's fine. Let's go murder some mining drones.
Ready for action.
So what a lot of the kind of random clicking I'm doing, I can do and I can play on fast, because I've just got that kind of muscle memory of knowing everything I'm trying to do. Whereas if you were playing this for the first time, you absolutely wouldn't do this. So like that's how I know that my best reaction to being bordered with these people is to just build fleets fast, because they will be making a mental decision on whether to come after me based on my fleet size. So I think we are going to go for supremacy, which instantly gives us plus 20 naval capacity and army damage plus 20%, but it means we can very quickly go for the things that boost our navy. So straight away we can now go up to 60, which is everything we need to build these two fleets out to their max. Now maintaining that costs energy, but we've got good energy production as well. Yeah, 90% paused is indeed no shame. I mean, you'll notice, like, just watch that top corner, because I pause a lot. You know, I hit the spacebar to pause. And I'd argue that I think of all the Paradox games, I think CK3 has the most like role playing, because it is, you can kind of role play. I think in terms of writing, so many good events and everything else that kicks in Stellaris. I think it's really good. I think it's got the second best soundtrack as well. Stellaris has got the soundtrack I listen to offline the most. CK3's got the best soundtrack. But Stellaris is just gloriously kind of Vangelis at times. It's lovely. Well, I tend to run it and then pause it when I need to. Oh, look, what do we discover around the Gaping Maw? I'm guessing, yeah, dark matter. Which is nice. Let's lock this in. The probability conundrum. We have gotten a report from Science Officer Gashama. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Tay, most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and to try to deduce how it ended up there. I feel that is a conundrum worth investigating. Investigate that, please. Right, I'm just cleaning up these little bits around here so we don't forget. Stellaris has the benefit of being non-historic, meaning every possible story you can think of is true and untrue at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. You can really just go to town. It's an interesting comparison with, say, Hoi 4, Hearts of Iron 4, where very early on, Hearts of Iron 4... I think Hearts of Iron 4 is the best of all the Hearts of Iron games. I don't think that's an argument, I think it just is. Oh, the tree! Among the asteroids around M46759 is a tree drifting through the emptiness of space. An unprecedented and highly unlikely event. The tree is surrounded in a protective bubble, reminiscent... I just lost my place, where was I? Reminiscent of an energy shield. Suddenly we detected some hostile space dwellers on approach. This coincided with some sap leaking through the tree's shield while we collected samples. Could it have agitated the creatures?
Ledger of situations amended.
Right, we definitely need to get down here and deal with the frickin' tree guardians then. Because they're about to murder it. But the good news is they're 1.1k. So the nice thing is we can actually already overcome them. But what was I saying? Hoi 4. Yeah, so Hoi 4 is the most on rails, I think, because it's essentially World War II. But even with that now, as they've grown it out, I love, like, I think you play Hearts of Iron 4 with the historical paths on once, or while you're learning to play it. But the most fun you can have is just turning it ahistorical and letting the AI pick different directions. But with this, that's just kind of wired in. Every run is different. Right, we definitely need to get the fleets down to deal with some stuff, so I think what we might want to do is... We only need 9,687 to get 125. I think we're going to sell some food. No, we're not, because we're losing food. That puts us at 9.4, so in 2 months we can buy a ton of alloys. At least our construction ship escaped. Our science ship didn't. Oh, it might have got away. Seems like they have a lot of fun with trying to support as many sci-fi tropes as possible. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's such a vast game that they can do. They can just kind of go, right, well, we're going to just do lots of different things. Right, so there's not much we can do around here at the moment. You're limited with your survey. So actually what we're going to do, and a lot of people overlook this, is we're going to tell you to go and assist research. Because most of our research is coming out of that place at the moment, and that's going to give us a 10% boost. Right, better armor. Give me more minerals. Give me a ton of alloys.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, I do like Efes. Turkish lager, lovely. We have met a bunch of ruthless capitalists. Where are they? See, this is what worries me, is the Bruggen host have got expansion room, clearly. And maybe they have as well. Yeah, look, I mean, their fleets are growing already. I think this may end up being a short run, you know. We're just going to have to massively double down on trying to fleet up. And we will have to build Selnok up.
They wish to speak with us.
So it's designated that. This is the AI designation, and this is trash. I don't want you designating that as an admin world. That is a mining world. Right, let's send... What are we calling this fleet? This is the Drums of War. Drums of War can go down and clear out the drones.
We are being contacted by aliens.
We probably want to go fortify the border at some point, but for now maybe we go research subsidies.
Technology secured.
Could do improved energy initiative. Get an espionage network going on them.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
15% research boost for 20 years is not bad at all. You should be assisting research. Oh no, we've got a spare science ship. Oh, you're the one that escaped, aren't you? Right, can we replace you? Right, that's a 5% research boost scientist, so let's get you onto some research anyway, so you can replace them. Let's fish a bit. Survey speed is nice. Do 2 more. Nope. I was trying to fish for an archaeologist. Best track in the game. Keep these 3 around because, well, actually, yeah, we'll keep them around for now. We'll let the Navy do its thing. Right, you might as well go get started on excavating that. This ship, we'll swap them out for survey speed.
They wish to speak with us.
Get down there ready to go. Starbase capacity is going to limit us right now, and that's a problem. We could go fortify the border. It might not be worth it yet.
They wish to speak with us. Engaged.
Kill him! Kill the drones! You get back to command. Let's... So 8 more to get up to our interim fleet size, but I still think that fleet size is too small. If we went fortify the border, we could build a big, sexy starbase at Sinok and drop down another one that we just slam down some anchorages on, which would give us more capacity again. At least can start serving around here now. Starholds. Starholds would be very nice.
They wish to speak with us.
I think it was worth going for one of these. Because the problem is we're already over our Empire Sprawl and we're generating good minerals, so I'm kind of reluctant to push us further over by expanding out at the moment when we don't need to. Maybe we should go for that ocean world, because it will increase our starbase capacity.
They wish to speak with us. We grow ever stronger.
We can get the artisans to like us as well. It's no bad thing. So we're going to have to take out the protectors before we can do that. Which means I think we ideally want both fleets. So I'm actually going to send them back to there so that we can upgrade. How are you looking in terms of population? Yes, you've got plenty of jobs to fill. Naval capacity by 20.
What have we here?
Probably go build speed first. It's the most useful. Never worked out why the artisans matter. What's the deal? They increase your unity generation. And unity is what you use to unlock these. Now actually, what I would have done if we weren't bordered to the Purifiers is I'd have gone diplomacy second. There we go. Who's declaring on who? The Uroksu military pact. The Uroksu pact have declared on our allies. So that's dragged us into a war. Now we watch these people, because that could set off a war cascade. It's also one of 2 defensive pacts. Because now we're all locked in together. I can't imagine they actually outnumber us. I suspect that is one of those ones where they're completely hemmed in and they're like, right, well, we've got one chance at this.
Ledger of situations amended. They wish to speak with us.
We could try and vassalize them. We could theoretically get all the way over there. Because we've not really been spending our influence. No one's claimed them. They declared the war. They've got to impose ideology, so it doesn't really matter whether we've got a claim or not. Let's keep reinforcing our fleet and then upgrade it. Oh, this one just gives you a ton of minor artifacts, doesn't it? But yeah, as I was saying, one thing that is quite handy to do is diplomacy. The second one you can take will boost your unity based on how many envoys you have with other nations. That can be ridiculously powerful if you pick it at the right time. And it's one of those ones that the earlier you get it, the better. Do we go for the colonisation of that? Because we can boost it later. It's got a lot of kelp.
Technology secured.
The desert world.
They wish to speak with us.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculously powerful. So the earlier you get it,
Ever stronger.
the better. Probably one eco simulation. Tell you what, yeah, get the starbase down there. A collective intelligence, eh?
We are being contacted by aliens.
A hive mind. The Bothrian Collective. Interesting. We need to build a thing around them. They're in late medieval age, so they're not going to upgrade, so that's fine. You go build there, just so it's done.
We grow ever stronger. Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
So I think we push around to there at least, because that's a size 21 planet. And I suspect we might not even get there, because I reckon they'll border around that way. But let's start pushing. I think it's smart to push around that way.
They wish to speak with us.
Also, I think I'm going to sit down. Time to lower the desk. I do like having a sit-stand desk. It does make a huge difference. Just means you can stretch your legs a bit. Science Officer Esh Moonhills reports that the luminous waves coursing through the ice that blankets Scorpio 5b are of alien and origin. Some ancient battle has deposited scattered wreckage from an alien fighter on the frozen planet. An only exposed core of its main weapons remains intact. Oh nice, we've got 3 blue lasers. Nice. That's useful.
Space charts up. They wish to speak with us.
Once down on the surface of Antak Rom 3A, it was clear that a civilization had indeed flourished here until as recently as a few centuries ago. At some point, a sudden and total catastrophic event gripped the world. Apparently, some sort of internecine struggle between nation-states led to a terminal exchange of weapons of mass destruction. Oddly, although the surface is scoured clean and dead, the sky is alive with the shifting hues of a perpetual aurora borealis. It's a striking vista. The desolate steel and stone carcasses of entire cities painted by the vibrant, scintillating colours dancing in the sky. Gain a new scientist, why not? We probably need cold fusion reactors, don't we? That is a very good scientist. That is if someone wants to be named, be a scientist, that is a good scientist to be. We will donate to the artisans, as they are in our territory, which does mean we can eventually build stuff there. We can also get a, because we're under our starbase cap again, we can get a new starbase down. Let's get all of these surveys and then we'll worry about the murals and everything else.
They wish to speak with us.
Fleet command limit and fleet supremacy would be nice. They definitely haven't fixed that bug that generates loads of megacorps. They definitely haven't. Because there's way too many megacorps in this game. It doesn't disadvantage me any, but it disadvantages them. These are the ones we're going to want to deal with first. If we can. Yeah, I think they might beat us to that, but we'll see. We might get lucky. What we can do is send him down there and just speed the process up a bit.
They wish to speak with us.
Absolutely taking an embassy. How difficult would you say it is to learn Stellaris in comparison to other Paradox games? I would say it's more difficult than CK3, but less difficult than Hearts of Iron 4, and definitely less difficult than Europa Universalis. I think it's a game where you absolutely want to play on small galaxies for a while, and you want to watch a quick tutorial on how to design your planets, but I think it is one of the easier games to pick up, which doesn't mean it's easy, but it is one of the easier games to pick up. In fact, there is on my YouTube channel, there is a Stellaris guide to how to do your colonies early on. Yeah, Curator Think Tank is the ideal one to get, but we haven't got it, which is annoying. I feel like we should colonize this planet anyway. But yeah, so I'd say Stellaris, if you like sci-fi, if you like this kind of game, Stellaris is absolutely worth a go. We need a lot of alloys to upgrade stuff. Just don't get stressed if you don't do well early on. But a lot of it is, so for example, I tend to min-max my worlds, so this will be a mining world because it's got good mining districts and everything. There is a good little tutorial, I have done one, it's up on on YouTube.
Wish to speak with us.
But it's one that you just kind of keep playing. And on my Discord, we've got a chat channel. You can ask people and they'll help you. And there's more than a few people, I don't think, who are watching today, but more than a few who are relatively new Stellaris players and will attest that it can be picked up, and they, you know, we are a decent group of people who can guide you through it. Ooh, Tomb World. Yeah, see, I'm not convinced we'll beat them to that, but we'll try. I mean, we've got the influence to do it. What we're lacking is the time. But there is a wormhole down there, so we kind of do want to get down there.
They wish to speak with us.
A lot of it, certainly early on, is like, what do you do in the early game? And I very much kind of push out to try and bump into people, and then make my decisions based on who I bump into. Because it's rare that there's a downside to just holding off a bit early on and waiting and seeing what happens. Right, we should upgrade. We need another name for our fleet. What should we call this fleet?
They wish to speak with us.
Good thing to know about Stellaris is that the cutest aliens are often the most dangerous. You're not wrong. Everyone loves the Prakiti tea. Everyone. Who doesn't love the Prakiti tea? Ship upkeep and naval capacity, so that does mean we can get a third fleet underway. I'm kind of going with 30 as our fleet limit, because we probably want to build destroyers after that. But hopefully we'll get destroyers sooner rather than later. But I want to focus on this push first. So I don't think it's impossible that we'll get it. But it's going to be close. That's 14 orders, but he is a fast surveyor, so... So he's entering orbit, so he's the starbase dude. And he should be bussing it fast over to there. I mean, the good thing is we've got a lot of influence, so we will be able to push for the galactic marketplace. It's got a archaeology site now as well. Let's colonize this planet while we're waiting. Get me some Lycians. Let's call this... Hiss of Waves. No, we've got Whispers of Home, Silence of Dunes, Murmur of Shoals.
They wish to speak with us.
You get over there. Right, well, if nothing else, we've locked in the rare resources. We're just basically in a flat-out race for this. It's going to depend on whether they're skipping or whether they're going for that. And they're going for the build. But there is another construction ship coming in. Corvette hull points.
Summon the fleets.
Right, here we go.
Declared against us.
The Miravandia Decimators have declared war on us. Right, in which case... upgrade all of you. Upgrade all of you. Give me a new fleet.
We grow ever stronger.
I'm not moving these ships until we've got a lot more of them.
The station is under attack.
We're going to need some armies. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, their constructor's already there. So we're not getting that. We're close, but we're not going to get it. They're already building. They just beat us. But we might get that. Let's skip them. The annoying thing is they've got closed borders. So you might as well stay there. You get over there. So it's not impossible that we survive this war.
Base is lost.
Not impossible. Oh, that's annoying. They managed to boot the science ship out. So we're kind of screwed. Right, we might as well leave him here because he'll get booted out at some point. We could do with, at least temporarily, a non-aggression with these guys, which we won't get. Right, well we're focusing on fleets then. At least I managed to get that archaeology site finished. Right, that fleet we can smack, but we are upgrading. You're upgrading. You're not upgrading yet. Go kill them.
They wish to speak with us.
They're going to lose to that station, but basically we can beat that fleet.
They wish to speak with us.
Drums of War is maxed out on command. I'd like to push on and take the archaeology site back. before they get a chance to dig it. Right, they retreated out of system. Kelpack! Thank you very much for the follow. I tip my invisible Panama hat to you. Right, this fleet is almost upgraded. If these declare on us as well, we're basically toast. Good news is that war's almost over. Right, fuck off out of that system and leave that archaeology site alone. Drums of War is...
Engaging the enemy. Prepare the boarding parties.
Yeah, so there's one of their big fleets. Kill him! Catch him! Murder him! Don't let him run away! Because then there's a risk that another fleet will come in from over here.
The fleet has been refitted.
Okay, small fleet beaten. Get that centre back. You're upgraded. Let's get you into there and let's start building another fleet. Means we've got an admiral slot. That's their shipyard. Right, get up to there. They probably won't win that. If they jump in, they would win that.
They wish to speak with us.
They're going the wrong way, so that's not useful.
Intellectual booty.
Yeah, look, they got a 2k fleet banging around there. We're not going to win this. If we have to fight all their fleets at once, we're not going to win this. If we can fight their fleets piecemeal, we stand a chance. Thadrin, you get to be commander again. Admiral Thadrin. Right. I think we're going to gamble. Because essentially our survival depends on this. We've got 13 minor artifacts.
Research complete.
Got terraforming early. That's really annoying. Why are you not seeing anything as in need of reinforcements? Oh, we've got more building, nice. If we get that third fleet out, we might pull this off. Depends on whether these turn around and do other things. Join up first, I want you going in at the same time. Yeah, fine, donate. Right, it's not impossible, but it is unlikely.
The enemy is in our sights.
I always like this one. I think they look really cool. Come, fishy Prussia. You can do it. If we nab that fleet, you assume they're big ones over there, though. Got to watch for that big fleet jumping in. So we could status quo that out, but we don't want to. We could kill this war off, but we don't want to. I need you lot. We need a general. If anyone wants to be a general, now is the time. I want that ringworld off them before we do it.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, big fleet's going around that way. I need this to... There we go.
Our port is under siege.
Heal. Why are they healing there? Oh, is that because of So do we pull back? Right, they're 3 jumps away from that one. If we can catch them, they can't catch up. And then we fall back on a Magus. We're continuing to build this fleet. Right, we need to run that way.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, these need to run that way. And then go to a Magus. Army can stop there. Almost got enough to buy another bunch. I think we're not going to continue that. We need all our cash for the war.
We grow ever stronger.
If we can beat that fleet, we win this. Right, repair, repair. And it's taken an absolute smacking to get that station back.
Land ho! A new colony is underway.
Right, go. If we're lucky, they're jumping in. They're going that way. Okay. No, 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 no. Yes. Get that one and get the army to follow. Because if they go down and round, that's fine. If they go up that way, they're going to take more attrition. If they go that way, we jump back.
They wish to speak with us.
They're going for it. They're coming for us. It's all going to come down to this battle. And I don't like those odds.
A special project is finished.
Feel free to leave the system. If they go after them, that's fine. The moment they jump out, we go for the station. Charge!
We grow ever stronger.
I just don't want to be fighting the station and their fleet at the same time. Get the army in. 2 units of murder dildos so we can beat them.
Intellectual booty.
They're going that way, they're going nowhere. They're all going to go round. They're all going to go to Bertrand. Bregtar. Oh, don't ambush our army, that's going to really annoy me. They are going to ambush our army, aren't they? Don't mind us. Actually, let's not jump back. Do we jump back? Yeah, we jump back. Corvette hull points, yes please. Oh, and they've split up. Chase them down, chase them down.
Our landing party has reached enemy shores.
Because they've got to fight the station as well.
Crush the enemy.
Yeah, look, they're scared to fight the station. Or are they going for it? They are going for it. Nice. We're meeting a lot of people. We're probably not far off the Galactic Council forming.
They wish to speak with us.
Because they're not going to get that station down before we... Yeah, they've escaped. Right. Everyone, get back to there.
They wish to speak with us.
I want that. Yeah, massively bad move on their part. But we need to repair before we push on.
They wish to speak with us.
Now, we're losing resources, but we can deal with it. Right, they're on the Gaia world, so actually we can keep that planet. I mean, we might expel the murder dildos. Or they're slaves, so we'll flog them as slaves when we can do. Let's give it a generator district. Let's get rid of that. An energy grid. Don't need gene clinics. Replace that with hollow theatres. It's going to need a governor. Crime guy down would be good. Come on, heal. Silence of Juniors can upgrade. Everyone go. We can get to there, it's even better. But they're at 93%. Annoyingly, they got Baltrack. Presumably it was close enough. Oh no, actually that's still them, isn't it? Right, get there, get there, get there. Come on. Should really have gone with the orbital bombardment, but... Right, the army's coming in. Right, they're going that way, so do we chase them down? I think we're better off going up this way, aren't we?
They wish to speak with us.
Where they going? Go on, go up that way.
Our landing party has reached enemy shores.
Subtle knife. You just gained a trait. What did you gain? Sensor range and sublight speed. Nice. They're still going that way.
Our landing party has crushed the enemy.
We killed them! That was their only 2 planets. We might survive this run yet. We'd have been toast if the others had declared on us. Right, we've got to massively unpick all of this now. I'm going to need another beer before we do that. Right, back in a second. I need a beer. Can we get some... what's the opposite of an F in chat for the murder dildos? I don't know what the opposite of an F would be. Anyway, whatever the opposite of an F is, put the opposite of an F in chat. I'll be back in a... Okay, we are back. I have more beer. Right. End of the Miravandia Decimators. The star nation formerly known as the Miravandia Decimators has been destroyed by its enemies. How this will affect the political climate of the galaxy remains to be seen. Booyah. Right. That probably reaches around there. So we probably want to do some stretching up here. We are scarily over our Empire Sprawl. Jesus, that's giving us a 30% technology boost cost. Right, first things first. That's fine as an anchorage. All of that's locked in for us. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's nothing we can research, so you might as well get started on surveying up here. That's 1 jump, 2 jumps, so they're not going to go up that way, so we've got time. So we do need to push up the primary path up here. So we've got shipyard anchorage. That stuff will come back for. Get some research going on down there. We should go deal with the protector trees while we can. In fact, actually, we should be researching that. But we need to get a scientist over there. So let's... Right, fleets. We've got 2 more corvettes building that would push us over our limit. Do we stop building them for now? So we could drop that temporarily to a 20. So you need to split off 4 ships. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fleet and that fleet need to merge, which takes that fleet back up to 30. You only need a fleet limit of 30. Let's cancel production on those. Which means right now we just about edge under our fleet limit. You are merging with Drums of War. I want you to merge with that instead. Admiral Thadran takes charge there. So this fleet will eventually go up to 30, but we're not reinforcing it yet. All of you get back to there and repair and upgrade, and then we'll worry about what we do. If we downgrade you, I'd kind of like a non-aggression with these people, but they're not going to give me one. I think that validated our decision to go absolute hammer and tongs on fleet, didn't it? So we are going to want one there relatively quickly to get that trade value. So we'll want a trade station there, because it can harvest. In fact, actually we want a trade one above Foldora and then range it so that it picks up from all of these. Right. Shattered Ring. Giggity. I think we need to unpause so this doesn't show us both as being Empire capitals. There we go. So we're 1 under our starbase capacity, so I think we do build in... Build in Fedora? And go for the trade. So this we probably want to optimise as our new research hub, don't we? I'm always terrible at ring worlds. What am I meant to be doing on ring worlds? I always forget how I'm meant to design ring world segments, etc. Because we need mega engineering before we can do that anyway, which would be really nice to have the Cybrex. Taharas, you play ring worlds more than I do. And so do you, Defondor. Someone tell me what I should be doing with this freaking Ringworld segment. We're going to make a lot of money from slaves, I'll tell you that much. That's true, it's just a planet until we repair it anyway, isn't it? Right, they're not going to be able to do any of these jobs anyway, apart from the worker jobs. So I think we probably leave it as commerce. Let's get rid of the monument and get some precinct houses down. I wonder if it's worth us just expelling a bunch of those slaves. Just thinning the population out. Because they're not great. Like, we are just going to flog them. Gene Kinet's replaced that with... It doesn't really matter. Maybe just demolish it for now. Yeah, sure. Okay, Drums of War picked up an extra ship which we need to spin out and stick into... What's our third fleet going to be called? So our Corvette spam did its job. Which is always nice. We're going to need you up here. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering whether actually what we want to do is push that for the galactic market, but we'd have to move a lot of population. Main concern at the moment is just getting it under control. I mean, there are going to be a lot of unemployed workers here because they can't take the higher jobs. So actually what we probably want to do is... Yeah, we do need names for these two planets. That is... Why would you designate that as a Forge World? Like, that is not a Forge World. It's a Generator World. So planets always get names like sounds. So we've got a generator world here. The alternative is we push Whisper of Home to be the center of trade. And we push the ring world to be alloys. But we do need two names for them. I think for now we do actually just let it designate it as bureaucratic center, because we desperately need to deal with our issues there. Get that under control. Right, fleets are home and they're repaired. So you need to ditch one unit. And then that and that need to merge. Which means Thadrin is now in charge of the drums of war. Ringing of Anvils is nice for a Forge world. See, the thing is, we've got 2 energy planets already, because technically speaking our home world is optimized for that. So I think we probably do push that maybe down the alloys route. Maybe. Well, ringing works because it is ultimately a ring. Ring of Hammers. No, I like Anvils. Let's go with Anvils. Ring of Anvils. It works and it's a pun. Because it's a ring world. Or we push it down the energy route and call it Ring of Registers. Energy trade. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make it Ring of Registers.
Research complete.
Take the research boost. Let's go Ring of Registers. That is proper punny. And we'll push it straight down trade. We're going to max it on trade.
The fleet has been refitted.
Oh, technically they won't be able to work those jobs at the moment, will they? Because it's, so temporarily it's going mining. Temporarily.
To speak with us.
Just because they can work the jobs. And you need to have a trade hub for collection range, which should boost collection range to there, am I right? No, because it's not collecting from its own one, so we need to boost it by 2. Which means we're going to get piracy problems, but we can upgrade to Starholds, can't we? So we upgrade that to a Starhold. We probably want to upgrade that to a Starhold as well.
A system has been charted. They wish
Right,
to
keep
speak
pushing
with us.
this way, because we want to get a critical path. Murmur of Shoals needs some actual stuff on it.
They wish to speak with us.
I'll go crime just because it's useful.
We cannot fight this foe.
Not surprised that we've got space piracy. Drums of War, go deal with them. We are going to have space piracy issues just because of the sheer amount of trade we're now generating. But we can actually deal with that now, I think, a bit better. Ocean World! Oh, it's only a size 12.
Ready for action.
Oh, there's going to be... It's a consecrated, venerated world. That means that there's a fallen empire around here somewhere. Five rare crystals is nice.
Fleet has been refitted.
We still need a name for this. For Yixdoria. That's an energy world. So we need energy world name for that. Have we built an off-world trade company down here? We haven't. Let's get one of them down there. Susurration of power works. How many S's are there in susurration?
Speak with us.
Good news is we're only 50 months off terraforming. Strike of Sparks is good. I kind of almost think that we'd want that for a mining world though, or a forge world.
We grow ever stronger.
Rumble of Thunder's nice. I think that's definitely a mining world. Oh yeah, get out of this war, you fool. What are you even in this war for? Who had a Soren coalition? Oh right, you lot. Did you actually lose that war? You did lose that war, you fools. You should really potentially vassalize them.
Technology secured.
Right, we're going to do, because once terraforming finishes, we're going to go on a big burst of colony development, so... The Broken Gates. Don't think I know that one. Ooh, the Curators. Nice. Curators. Can you... Because we really need your help. Because all we're really doing at the moment is countering the massive penalty we're getting from this.
We grow ever stronger.
You're going to need to agree on how to spell susurration, chat. Right, those two fleets we should send down to deal with the space trees. Because they can definitely handle it. Go deal with the space trees. Go survey there. I still think there's got to be a fallen empire up here, I think. Unless that loops round into the Boogan host again. I do wonder if we leave that as a Forge World. Right, it's producing 77 trade. If we compare that to... Whispers of Home is generating 76.
They wish to speak with us.
These people worry me. I'm half tempted to war on them. Let's find out a bit about them, because if we could war on them, we could
They wish to speak with us.
set ourselves up a nice little vassal round here. And that gives us access to that wormhole. Good evening, Caesar. How are you doing? So you have missed us deal with one of our neighbouring marauder races. We still have the murder, what are they? Peacocks. We still got the murder peacocks to worry about. Still got the murder peacocks to worry about, but we'll see. But they're not pushing out in this top corner, which makes me think there must be lurking up in that corner a fallen empire, especially as that is a designated world. I'm still intrigued by the broken gates, so we'll get someone up there to research that. Because it's not like we've got a lot of science ships doing things at the moment. Right, you need a leader. Very well off for leaders at the moment. Right, carry on surveying there.
They wish to speak with us.
Alright, you have got Spark of Genius, so you should really be in charge of stuff.
A system has been charted.
Like, you should be in charge of that. Where are you? Really don't need you.
We grow ever stronger.
Right, turns out I forgot that we hired a bunch of leaders who actually have decent traits. So you get on that one.
They wish to speak
And
with
push in this direction.
ever stronger.
Get that outpost down there. You don't have a leader at the moment. Who have we got? Anomaly research speed, but ideally we want survey speed. You're on survey speed, survey speed. We'll do it to you just so you can get the levels. Go have a look at that. You need a leader, doesn't really matter what kind, because you should be boosting research there. You do have survey boosts, but down that. So actually, let's swap you to brown pod, giggity. In fact, you're not much use to us all at all down there, so let's disband you, and let's actually just build a new science ship. Let's get you up to being a starhold. Let's get you up to being a starhold, because you're on trade protection.
Ever stronger.
Get those mining stations down. Oh, I mean, that is obscene. We really need to deal with our Empire Sprawl. Ugh, so much Empire Sprawl.
They wish to speak with us.
Problem is, because we're not promoting them, because we are keeping them as slaves. What we could do is move them as slaves to somewhere else. In fact, that's probably what we should do. Is ping a few of them over to Murmur of Shoals. Because they'll become anglers. They will be unemployed briefly, but they'll be fine once that kicks back in. They're maxed out on jobs. You've got a load of jobs spare. Oh, I absolutely plan to sell some of them, but we can't do that until we've got the galactic market, and the galactic market hasn't formed yet. In 7 months we get terraforming as well, which is going to be nice. I mean, it's nice, but it's not really going to boost us or benefit us in any way. Give me a listening post, actually. That is fine, because brown pod can start working there. What's the cost of moving pops? Depends on your modifiers and a couple of other things. So for slaves, it's free, and because we conquered that planet and because we conquered this whole race and kept them as slaves, we can just move them around planets for free. If I wanted to relocate some of my main populations, so some Vitians, it's going to cost me 110 influence. Well, when I say free, it's going to cost me energy, so money. But influence is a much scarcer resource, so I don't really want to be spending influence to move my main population around if I can avoid it. The way you can stop that is if both systems have something called a transit hub. A transit hub removes the influence cost from moving populations around. And there's a couple of traits you can pick up that will remove that cost as well. But right now our key is pushing up here. Does that not link up then? That's handy. I still think, because that's a venerated world, that's a consecrated venerated world, so there's got to be a fallen empire around here somewhere. Maybe they're over there. We have got galactic spread here. I don't really want to go up there unless we need to.
Intellectual booty.
Right, we have got terraforming. We will also take naval logistics. I really enjoy Stellaris. I find it's one of those games you go through periods of. Why would you pick cows? Don't be optimizing around cows. You're an agri-world. But if you ever want to pick it up, just shout me. We'll do a multiplayer.
System has been charted.
Co-op Stellaris is good fun, especially when you're kind of trying to learn how to do planets or pick it up again. I mean, given our Sunday streaming times overlap, we could even essentially just do it as a, both do it one Sunday. I don't mind not doing CK3 one Sunday. I can just start earlier than I normally start. So yeah, I'm totally up for doing that. Or other days, and it doesn't have to be on stream. Just shout me. Yeah, just DM me. Have a look at your schedule because I'm flexible. Yours is the schedule that's that needs working around. Right, so we're surveying down there. So I'm going to avoid trying to push out. If we don't need to push out round here, we won't push out round here. So we've got survey ships checking this out because we are so frighteningly over our empire sprawl. The good news is when we get our next society management thing, so once we get that we unlock another ascension perk and we're just going to have to take imperial prerogative just for the instant boost it gives us. And I suspect in the short term we really need to be building some more admin officers. Like, Ring of Registers is doing fine for now. We might push that back to being Ring of Anvils again. I don't currently have a dedicated admin planet, no, because I didn't need one until we suddenly conquered this race without needing one. So we were pushing very heavily early on around just getting the fleets up so we wouldn't lose that war. But now might be the time to look at dedicated admin planets, because we have discovered terraforming and we are blessed with some cash. So let's have a look at our fuck me. Jesus. We are not short on energy worlds, are we? Right, I think, based on that alone, this is not Ring of Registers, this is absolutely Ring of Anvils. So what we could do... So that's a size 23. So we could dual purpose that planet for... Where is that? Please be in our sphere. Glow us there. We might want to grab that and double it up as an admin world as well. So that goes admin and energy. So that goes admin with energy bonus. We're not blessed with mining planets. What are the modifiers on these? Pop happiness. Food down. I mean, that's probably our best candidate for another mining world. We're short on a food world. Well, actually, no, because if we terraform... We can't terraform tomb worlds yet. I mean, Fuldora is almost as good as an energy planet. Is that within our sphere already? Right, this one is our bureaucracy. Euxoria is going to be our bureaucracy planet. It's a size 12, so it's not hugely useful to us and workers anyway. Which means that becomes... Clack of Keys. So we've got Clack of Keys. Let's start terraforming that because we know we're going to need to anyway. Not great, leave that for now. Guys, can you just actually go and deal with that, please? You've got no orders, so let's get you building the outpost bits down so we can do that. Let's get you upgraded so we can add more shipyards. You need to actually get some trade protection down. You actually could do with getting some defences up, because you are technically a border station with a bunch of very not nice people. And you are another anchorage, which should allow us to get our fleets up to max. We're going to be well off for rare crystals.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, so let's start dealing with our frightening empire sprawl.
Space charts updated.
Right, you are going to want to get round to there, so let's give you. Go do that. Fleets can get back to Fleet HQ. You need to be at Fleet HQ as well.
They wish to speak with us.
We can get another starbase. We're going to shove a massive starbase down here, because that is our sort of semi-unprotected border. Actually, before you sod off up that way, go build down there and let's get those resources locked in. Yeah, we're definitely alright for planets. It does connect up. Okay, we need to push out and lock that in. I suspect we just got lucky and they haven't actually got any ships up here, but they should be able to pass through. I wonder if he's heading up that way. Ooh, aliens. We can't be that far off Galactic Market now.
We grow ever stronger. Research complete.
Well, I don't think we can be that far off Galactic Market.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, it's the Caravaneers. I'm going to take crystals first, just because we know we've got a lot in the territory and we can start locking them in. So you're going down there to deal with that.
We grow ever stronger. They wish to speak with us.
Greetings, Caravaneers! A skill 3 governor. Yes, please. That's a good governor. If anyone wants to get themselves named after a governor, that's a good governor to get yourself named after. Trade value and pop consumer goods upkeep. Yes, please. Oh, Governor Sayuza. There we go. The spidery governor, who is an expert in trade and population consumer goods. Right, Clack of Keys can get another admin office, and actually tell them to focus once it's built, maybe? No, it'll be alright, because they can only take one more entertainer job and then they'll have to go admin anyway.
We grow ever stronger.
I suppose it would be the spider, wouldn't it? I can't actually remember what the French is for spider anymore. It's spindel in Swedish. I can tell you that much. Spindel.
Project done. Not so special now.
After rigorous research, we now understand why the tree's sap summoned those creatures. The tree is able to produce a highly nutritious substance, which has machine-like abilities to repair organic tissue. The tree is a tree of life. If we harvested it, we could use it to expand the lifespan of our people. But there is one problem. The tree's healing power is limited in amount. We could only use it to improve a small group of people's life substantially, or increase everyone's situation by a small amount. Give it to the people, I think. General happiness is better than leader lifespan.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, that'll be why I can't remember it. That's a crazy word.
We cannot fight this foe.
Marauders. That's why no one's going that way. That is absolutely fine with me. We like us some marauders. And it means we don't have to go that way. We can stop there for now.
A system has been charted.
Sell some minerals. This is where it would definitely be handy to be the Cybrex, or have the Cybrex. Coppin. It's the Welsh for spider.
Wish to speak with us.
Fascinating. Wonder where that comes from.
Seized.
Right, this is absolutely our priority, getting out of the country. Yes, this is a worthy endeavour. The galactic community is forming. Right, we actually do need to design up, because we've got the stuff to spend on it, so we should be. Judge of battle. You actually want to have 2 hangar stations. Give me some basic strike craft. Some shields. We're still actually running on auto-generated designs. Fuck me, I didn't realise that. We got a bit lucky then. Let's sort out our ship designs. Right, Judge of Battle, yes. Another Skill 3 Governor. Oh, we can't because we've already got one. That's annoying. Let's actually make you an Interceptor.
Research complete.
And let's give you 1 lasers, 2 railguns, afterburners, 2 armor and 1 shield. Let's take that, which means we can at least take Imperial Prerogative, which is going to boost our admin capacity by 20%. Right, we're scraping closer to not being horrific. Research, give me physics. Freeholders and marauders, so that's fine.
We grow ever stronger.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're out of jobs again. So that's 1 population we can move, and we will send them to... This is a historic day. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including the Iron Suns among stars, have announced the creation of the galactic community. This supranational organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of its founding members, we can take pride in this milestone of galactic history. Crombus, thank you very much for the follow. That is much appreciated. I tip my invisible Panama hat to you. We should move this person to Murmur Shoals. Admiral the Subtle Knife, can we get some Fs in chat for Admiral the Subtle Knife, who served us so nobly in those wars? Does mean we have an admin spot free. An admiral spot free. But RIP, he will not be forgotten. This planet desperately needs to be bigger. Let's give you another one of them. Right, Clack of Keys has got all of that now. So if we can get those jobs filled, we're laughing.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, we're getting all these embassies, which is why the next one we're going to go for is diplomatic, because we can then rinse that for unity. Admiral Codbert has gained ship fire rate plus 5% and sub light percent plus 10%. You lived a decent innings though. You got to a 90 odd. Right, we would like to form the Galactic Market, so let's get that going up next. Because that would be good. We're not that badly off diplomatic strength. We're better off than I thought we'd be. Right, Vohall is our main shipyard, so I would quite like you to have 2 more shipyards, please. We are going to get pirate problems. Cries of the Forum needs an admiral. We will hire an admiral. Please go and deal with those pirates. Oh, that's nice of them. The Lavis Coalition found a Yupt artifact, which, given that we've found fuck all of them, is quite useful of them. Yeah, no retirement in this world. I expect more from my admirals. I do feel like we might be about to smack this lot around quite something chronic in a while, but we'll deal with these lot first. But at least this is a tougher station for them to beast past now. It's only 3.7k at the moment, but it'll get bigger. Crystal mines, give me plasteel armor. You are an anchorage. Upgrade. You're an anchorage that's upgraded already. Give me... Have we not discovered... Are we still researching? 3 months. So Tadasca is an anchorage. You're a pure anchorage. Upgrade.
Research post destroyed.
Upgrade. Might as well just buy that. We're generating cash hand over fist, so we're fine.
They wish to speak with us.
I actually can take habitability because that is useful for us because we've got a pet race. Because we've got those additional races, that is actually quite useful. If we're going to keep those slaves around, we'll redo them. Admiral Rockhopper reporting for duty. Righto, let's get you in charge.
We grow ever stronger.
Yeah, we would like to extend the deal, please. Admiral Rockhopper, Commander of Cries of the Fallen.
We grow ever stronger.
So they're upgrading. Could you actually deal with that pirate base, please?
They wish to speak with us.
Following a long period of growing support for the Xeno Justice Watch, the Great Flock has finally embraced the faction. The Great Flock, isn't that one of the races I designed? Where are they? Have we not met them yet? There they are. Oh, it's randomized this. That is my So these are my race that is my Fanatical Purifiers. They're essentially space emus. This is my Space Emu Fanatic Purifier race, but it's clearly random rolled them into being a mega corporation. So that's what they're optimized around, is being a Fanatic Purifier, a bunch of emus. Natural wormhole down there. Oh, with the infinity machine. Nice. Right, pirate station raided, so you go back and get repaired. You can get that locked in, please. So we are going to need to look out this way and see what's going on around here. You probably have unemployed slaves, so we will flog off some of these slaves, I think. I'm not overly keen on the long term. It just gets too messy to manage.
Ships ready for action.
RIP! Right, that means we can get a good scientist from the curators now. Oh, we don't have enough opinion. We're close though. Tell us about the mysteries of the universe. Which should mean, if we speak to them again, can we recruit one of your scientists? We have an excellent scientist. That was Rip Scorbut, by the way. So can we get some Fs in chat for the late Scorbut? And if anyone wants to be the Mentat, now is your time to cash that in. Elections underway. Do we want to influence them? No, because we're going to spend all of that on trying to get the... We could elect Thadrin or Codbert. But I think we're going to hold our influence. Sardrin's cashed it in.
We grow ever stronger.
So, Thadrin, you may be up for leader of our nation. Let's get this done first. Sardrin. Oh, you didn't win the election. You didn't win the election. Right, let's sort some stuff out. We do want to do the Technosphere. A glistening metal orb sits by the gargantuan black hole. It's silenced now, but will it be so forever? So we do want to survey that, and actually I think we will tell you to go and build out that way. And go survey there. So, if one of you had gone for the general, you'd have become the ruler.
They wish to speak with us.
Right, that is less heinous than it was, but it's still pretty awful.
Space charts updated.
We will give them minerals because we've got hundreds of the frickin' things. You need some hollow theatres pretty fast. We can now build naval logistics, which means we can finally 30, 30, 30 reinforce all. Who are you? Commonwealth of Akmal. Democratic Crusaders. Wonder if we link in. Oh, they're being murdered by the Brugans. That probably means the Brugans are coming for us next.
They wish to speak with us. We grow ever stronger.
But that's fine. We can deal with the Brugans. Does mean we might need another starbase up this end. Big beast of a starbase. I wonder if that connects around there rather than links in there. I'm not convinced they're long for this world anyway.
They wish to speak with us.
Is there anything you can do down here? Not really. Anything you can do up there? Yes. I'll tell you what, go explore out that way and let's see how that links up. You should absolutely drop a thing on there.
They wish to speak with us. We grow ever stronger.
So Galactic Market will get a decision shortly.
We grow ever stronger.
We grow ever stronger.
We grow ever stronger.
Interesting it doesn't rename the sector. Yeah, so that theoretically links in, but you've got to go through the Brugans to get there. We picked up a signal. It originates from the titanic metallic sphere we encountered earlier. Previously impervious to contact attempts, it now sends out a rhythmic pulse of radio waves pointed towards the black hole it orbits. What it's doing is beyond any of our staff, but this signal might have created an opening into the sphere for our scientists to exploit. Reaching for the orb. Let's get you onto reaching for the orb. Yeah, that rip Commonwealth of Akmal. Right, that means the Brugans are definitely coming for us next, because they've got no one else they can come for. So we need to temporarily increase our corvette swarms. Drums of War is our primary fleet.
Ever stronger. They wish to speak with us.
Yep, started doing it a couple of months ago. So yeah, so basically you get me on Sundays. Again, for people who don't know, you'll get me on Sundays normally with CK3. And then we have Monday evenings now UK time, which is space stuff. So we've been doing a bit of Star Trek Online. We're in Stellaris at the moment because the Aquatics pack came out. Probably after we've done a bit more Stellaris, I'll go back to Star Trek Online again because that was quite fun. But yeah, so it's just nice to vary it up a bit.
System has been charted.
So they'll chart over there. That's fine. So Ring of Anvils is looking healthy. Are we actually filling any of those research jobs yet? We are, which that's nice. Gradually getting some research in. We do kind of need a research planet. But we desperately need to get this under control before we do anything else. We need is to start filling some of these jobs.
Research complete.
Let's focus on that. They're still happy enough.
They wish to speak with us.
We do need to buy some consumer goods. The Krillian Devourers. Look at all the cute little Devourers. I'm going to take... Let's take motes. Right, so we are going to take diplomacy.
Technology secured.
Don't need a slave army. Let's take xenobiology first. They're not so cute when they unhinge their jaw. You're not wrong. Right, we are getting close to getting this back under control again now. The important thing is it's not giving us anywhere near as many tech penalties. That's the key thing.
They wish to speak with us.
The metallic orb has been opened up. Our hacking team has been able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into one of the auxiliary CPUs of the sphere. We are receiving some data from it, and can tell that it has been scanning the black hole Gargantua for a very long time. It is old. Very old. This constant calculator now lies within our grasp of understanding. If we push harder, we might find out what it's doing here and who built it. What marvels might it contain? Contact the main processor. We could either, like, fracture it, but we're not going to. We're going to go with contact the main processor unit. Hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. It is quite enjoyable to pass the time with pleasantries, is it not? We hope the rest of your kind is not like you were when you did not take kindly to small talk. You see, we don't get to enjoy conversation much anymore. Few are well versed enough in the finer points of quantum programming to reach us, so thank you. We are the Infinity Machine. Your words, not ours. Or has that not happened yet? Either way, it will eventually trust us. What are you? We are what we are. The ones who calculate. You call us the Infinity Machine, or will at least. 'Tis not a truthful name, but it is well suited, highlighting the ingenuity of our design. We will tell you our history now, as we've done many times before. Oh, right. We need to convey it in words. That's new. Or is it? It is hard to keep track of you all. We were constructed, in the crudest sense of the word, in order to solve a problem. We solved it. Then we needed more problems to solve. We now only have one left. Can we assist you in your research? Well, perhaps. We could finish about 7.51 to the 10 weird symbol 9% if we could borrow your most advanced processing unit as well as your brightest minds. We would be satisfied in finishing faster. We wish to know the answer. Absolutely. We'll help. You already did. Or maybe that was the ones who came before. It matters not. The task shall finish. We are excited. Right, let's do it. Oh, is it a research one, or? Ah, there you go. Oh, chat, I can smell roast beef. My wife is cooking a roast. My wife is cooking a roast, chat. I'm going to have roast and you aren't. Right, Murmurous Shoals can upgrade finally.
Research complete.
How different are these events, their effect and results from run to run? So, the events mostly have the same outcomes. And what I mean by that is if you follow the decision trees, if you follow different paths on the different decision trees, they will have different outcomes. But what those outcomes actually are is relatively structured. But there are a lot of events. So how many hours do I have in this game? Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look on Steam. Let me dive over to Steam. Stellaris. Okay, so I have 2,000-ish hours in Stellaris. I still see events that I have never seen before. That's like, I saw one earlier today when I was playing that I had not seen before. And they're always adding to them and doing everything else, so there are certain events that come up with a bit more frequency and you kind of go, all right, I know how I want to behave around that one, or I know which outcome I want. I have encountered the Infinity Machine before. I have gone both ways on it in terms of hacking it and not hacking it. I can't remember the outcomes off the top of my head. I think with the path I've gone down, it might lead to a generic research bonus, like a permanent research bonus, but I can't 100% remember. Right, Birth of Galactic Market. Right, we want to nominate now for the hub. So the question now becomes, are we going to nominate Ring of Anvils and send it back into being a... No, we're not. We're going to keep that as... Yeah, we're going to keep that as our production place. Yeah, so as Tahara says, some of them have different random variants as well. So even picking the same path doesn't guarantee you will always get the same outcome. There might be like 2 or 3 different outcomes that it'll pick from based on a percentage chance on the chain. There's also different options that you can only take if your race has certain characteristics. So I could choose to hack the Infinity Machine, but that's because I've got, I think it's materialistic as a racial trait, as a species trait. If I didn't have materialistic, I don't think I'd be able to hack it. Like I'd have to go down the other option on it. Right, what was I doing? We were going to boost. So I don't think we need to move out that way yet anymore. Let's wait until we've got this under control finally. But I do think we want to nominate Command. So that's got trade value of 93. So let's push that for Galactic Market Hub. We've only got adequate. Let's push it again. I think we might as well burn the influence on this because we can boost it again. Right, we're now strong and we only need 2k to boost it again. We're swimming in minerals, so sell them. Right, we've got exceptional, so I'd say we've got a good chance of getting that. The game will still screw us in XCOM terms. But I think there's only one stage above that, isn't there? There's perfect above that, but you've got to be really, really lucky to get perfect. Oh, I hear a small stray kitty downstairs being fed by my wife. She is a very loud small stray kitty, but she is being fed. Right, upgrade. 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 Kitty indeed. So, Not My Cat was asleep on the bed earlier on the duvet, but we kicked him out when his owners got home so that he goes and sees them. And little stray kitty, as I say, very, very loud, so she has just come in to be fed. We are hopeful, actually. We did finally get an answer from Cats Protection League, and they are going to come round on Wednesday and try and trap her. And then what they'll do is take her, hopefully take her so that she can be neutered, and they'll just give her like the tests to make sure she hasn't got feline AIDS and stuff like that, and then they'll set her free again. And if she is healthy, I think we will let them chip her and allocate her, or essentially designate us as her owners. I think. At which point she will get a name. Because we know she's not chipped, we've got a chip scanner. Because she is a lovely little cat. Even if she never wants to come into the house properly. Which, you know, she's very skittish, she just doesn't. But she likes living in her the little kennel we set up for her outside. So she lives in at the bottom of the garden now, and then maybe one day she will decide that she wants to come in. Or more importantly, maybe one day she'll realise that Not My Cat is an absolute coward and she can easily beat him in a fight. And therefore, when he gets all arsey with her and says, no, no, you're not allowed in the house, she can just kick his ass. We have not only succeeded in terraforming Foldora 2, but we have done something even better. During the final stretch of the process, our terraforming specialists managed to make it a perfect home for our local fauna, creating a planet eerily similar to Whispers of Home. All our local plant life is there, but none of the familiar terrain. I don't think we're going to call it Whisper of Home 2. Habitability 20% is, I mean, nice, but would have been nicer to get some more districts on it. Oh no, it's this one over here, isn't it? It's the insanely good district one already. Right. I mean, we don't necessarily need another energy planet right now.
Wish to speak with us.
So maybe we hold off sticking it down. Researchers on Whisper of Home have eagerly anticipated the countdown of the mysterious atomic clock of prodigious precision found on Ziabar 1A for the past 42 years and 3 days. Several decades worth of heated speculation and conjecture have evaporated in an instant. The clock has just now reached its momentous deadline, ejecting a stream of self-replicating nanites. These nanites are streaming on a trajectory towards another planet in the Ziabar system, Ziabar 4, projected to arrive within the month. Whatever may happen once they arrive remains to be seen. I think keep us informed, but let's go watch. Let's see what happens, if anything happens. I think this is the Gaia World event, isn't it? The nanite stream ejected by the atomic clock in the Ziabar system asteroid belt has made planetfall on Ziabar 4. Replicating at an incredible rate, the nanites covered the entire surface of the planet in a period of hours, proceeding to terraform it into a Gaia world. With mineral job boost, which is nice, because we could do with another mineral planet. Okay, it's a size 14, but we could boost that larger. I think maybe we want to colonize that now. Get it going. Yeah, it can blow up worlds as well. Yeah, nanites, well, if you've got an L-gate in your system and you open it and nanites come out, as we discovered in our multiplayer on Saturday, it doesn't end well. Right, we've got excess slaves on here again. Ping those slaves over to Silence of Dunes. How's Silence of Dunes looking in jobs? Yeah, they need more jobs. Murmur of Shoals could do with some more. Oh, you can't build any more districts there. What we actually need is another agri-world. That's actually our priority. I mean, Scorpio 4 is the closest we're going to get to a decent aggro world. Because we don't want to waste Foldora. That's too good for energy as well. That's a holy world. Let's start terraforming that. Hopefully we get an event that allows us to give it more agri-districts. Anchorages, anchorages. Eldora's fine. Yeah, I mean the Brugans are going to come for us, I suspect, relatively soon. They'll eat into this territory and then they'll come for us, because they're not going to have anyone else to go for.
We grow ever stronger.
And the annoying thing is they're going to have two ways into our systems. Right, can you do anything useful down here? Not particularly. Oh, we haven't built on that primitive world. We should do. Be nice to get a trade place down here as well.
We grow ever stronger.
Hey, you can keep discovering things. Our alloy generation is great for what is essentially early game.
We grow ever stronger.
Who do you want to declare war on? The Uruxo Pact. I'm fine, thanks. I have no need to go to war with the Uruxo Pact.
We grow ever stronger. Ships ready.
Do you want to be vassalized yet?
They wish to speak with
Nope.
us.
Wonder if we could drag them into a hegemony. Because that would be quite useful. Yeah, Thought are going to come for us. Right. Let's start building a big ass starbase down here. I know it pushes us over our limit, but we're going to need one.
They wish to speak with us.
I always grab the expansion starbase influence reduction thing first. It depends. So, I'll often do that. If, not least because it gives you the early colonial bonuses. The early colonial growth bonuses. So that's expansion. With this particular species, though, it's less useful to me because we went aquatic, and that means we confined ourselves very much to a single planet because we went with the Ocean Paradise start. And because we're anglers, so we get a whole bunch of benefits from being on ocean planets. So, because we were going to not expand out very fast, there's no point taking all the expansion perks early. Whereas if I was playing with a more traditional race that kind of was like, yeah, actually I want to colonize relatively quickly, I'd have gone for it. Yeah, thing is, if you're going to do that, if you're going to burst for a single thing, I actually think you're better off. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad choice. The amount of it actually saves you depends. It depends on what your neighbours are like. Because it can be the difference between you getting some really good worlds and not. Because assuming your strategy is relatively similar to mine, which is to push for choke points and hold choke points and then backfill, it can be really powerful, you're right.
Space charts updated.
Right, you are not an energy world, you are
They wish
an
to
admin
speak with
world.
us.
Which does actually put us within spitting distance of our Empire sprawl, finally. So we're only getting a 5% tech penalty, which is the thing that was worrying me most, is a tech penalty. We are leaving a lot of trade on the table down here. Yeah, if you get the ruler... but also, actually, I'll often do it if I get the ruler that reduces influence, and I've snaked for the reasonable places I want to hold, then it's actually not good value to take that trait. In comparison to, say, very quickly getting the survey speed boost. Because survey speed by 35% from To Boldly Go is very, very, very useful if you're snaking. And it's pretty much useless at any other point in the game. So it's one of the ones that's very useful to you early and not afterwards. And research alternatives by 1 is very useful if you're playing a race like I am, where you need to push for terraforming as quickly as possible. But this one here is the really powerful one, and that's what we're taking next, and you'll see what I mean when we take it. So I'll try and take that before we finish streaming. Gone 7, but we're getting there. It's 23 months, so we'll hold off until we get that, and you'll see what I mean. We push out for some of this. No, let's lock in our moats. You're building mining stations there, which is good. Get you upgraded to a star hold. Let's get you 10 more ships. So we can push all of these to 140 now, which is nice. I'd like to start gradually converting them to... So we've got unemployed Lycians on... We need to start getting some more planets. I think we are at the point where we do need another planet.
They wish to speak with us.
Let's get another district down on our home planet.
A system has been charted.
So we've got our terraforming going on. Maybe we should just colonize Fuldara now. So this is going to be another energy world, isn't it? So this can be... something to do with coins. Chink of coin. So this is 430 days off upgrading. Diplomatic stance hunger. This empire hungers and consumes. And we're slamming people in fleet power now. Oh, so those two did go to war. So they joined that war with them. So they should get their territory back, I suspect.
A special project is finished.
We cannot bear to see you spend more of your limited time helping us. You have done your part. You were very helpful. Maybe the heat death of the universe won't happen before we finish now. The task remains, and we shall finish it. Now your reward. Do you wish to learn one of our secrets, or do you wish to solve your own problems?
Can anyone remember what Positronic AI does? We're going to discover Positronic AI anyway, aren't we? So actually, we just want the permanent research speed boost. I'm pretty certain we just want the permanent research speed boost, because we can just discover Positronic AI anyway. It's not a unique tech, I don't think. Pretty certain it's not a unique tech.
They wish to speak with us.
Like, I wouldn't mind carving out from this lot, like a subject race. Get a little hegemony going. Fuck you. Someone else got a galactic market. We just got XCOM'd. That's outrageous. We had exceptional strength. How do we not get the galactic market? Oh well. Right, how are we looking on society? 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, at least we can start flogging excess slaves. That's a good point. So we can start selling some of these excess slaves. And what we'll probably do next stream is keep an eye out for some good races that might be worth bringing in. So we're going to take this diplomatic networking, which... Embassies +3, we're playing a lot of races in this game. So our unity generation right now is 72. So watch that number at the end of the month.
Research complete.
That is a bit of a jump. We've essentially almost doubled our unity generation. Which is why if you can get that one early, you absolutely should get that one early. Because the sooner you're generating it, the better. It's never worth doing on the first one, because you never make enough embassies really until it gets close to galactic market forming. But once you get close to galactic market forming, or galactic community forming, so you start getting contacts with everyone, like, that is stupidly powerful. Assuming you're a race that people don't hate. But absolutely worth it.